Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome all my students. Today I am taking biology class. Under that first chapter living world we have studied almost many topics about the living world, and till we studied about the taxonomy, that is taxonomic study, taxonomic category. Last class we studied the taxonomic category, and the stepwise arrangement of these categories is called as taxonomic hierarchy, or the stepwise arrangement, or the stepwise arrangement we'll call it as a hierarchy, and the stepwise arrangement of these categories or taxa is called as taxonomic hierarchy. So under that taxonomic hierarchy include different categories. Different categories we gave a scientific name, we'll call it as species, genus, family, order, class, phylum and kingdom. These are the different categories of the taxonomic study. So this is very important. Here we have written in a ascending order. Okay, we are going to study one by one. Okay, first one is species. First category or the lowest and basic unit of the category is species. Here closely related organism which is capable of interbreeding, which is capable of interbreeding, capable of interbreeding, so that they can undergo sexual reproduction between the two organisms and they produce fertile offspring. They produce fertile offspring. For example, if the dog, male dog and female dog will undergo reproduction and produces a puppies which is fertile, and they are able to produce a further continue their further generation. But we have taken mules, right? We have studied the example mules, which is a type of organism produced, it is a crossing between the female donkey and male horse. They are of two different organisms, they are of two different species which interbreed and produce mules which are infertile, which is not able to continue the next generation. So species means the closely related organism capable of interbreeding. That type of organism we'll call it as a that group of organism we'll call it as a species. Very important. Here you can see almost most of the character in similar. Here in species you can see most of the character similar between the species. If you consider the Solanum tuberosum, which is a scientific name of potato, which is a scientific name of potato. Solanum nigrum, that is a scientific name of brinjal. It is a scientific name of brinjal. And melangium, it is a scientific name of red brinjal. You have seen the red small brinjals, that its scientific name is Solanum melangium. So these are the nothing but species. Here if you consider a plant, Solanum plant, Solanum tuberosum, tuberosum is a genus name, species name, nigrum is a species name, and melangium is a species name. So they comes under the same genus, but they are of different. They have most of their character or vegetative character are similar, but only difference in the flower, either flower formation or in the fruit formation or the fruit coloration. Depending on that they differentiated into different species, but they come under the same genus. And next is Panthera, which includes Leo means lion. It is a sign Panthera. Leo is a scientific name of lion. Panthera tigris is a scientific name of tiger, and Panthera pardus is a scientific name of leopard. Or our cheetah. Cheetah scientific name is Panthera pardus, which is, these are nothing but the species name which comes under the genus Panthera. Okay, Mangifera indica. Here indica refers to the species name, Mangifera refers to the genus name. So now you understood what is species, the closely related organism here, or the group of organism which is capable of interbreeding, and they have most of the character in similar. They have most of the character similar. And next comes genus. Genus is nothing but the group of species. Group of species will form a genus. Here group of species will form a genus. This Nigrum, tuberosum, melangium is nothing but the species which group together form a genus, that is Solanum, which all comes under Solanum. So here the most of the character we can see in similar. Here the most of the character of Solanum, these three species are in similar. So group of organism having a different species group together form a genus. Here Panthera, here these all are different species which are grouped under a common genus. And here indica is indica or other mango family, other breed of wild mangoes will comes under the genus Mangifera. Okay, understood? Next, this is about the definition of genus. Next comes comes the family. Here family, the family group of genus will, or the assemblage of genus will form the family. Here Petunia, Solanum, Dhatura are different types of the genus. Petunia means a garden plant, flowering show plant, and Solanum you have seen this potato, brinjal and red brinjal. Dhatura is nothing but a veg which produces a flower like this. You have seen on the roadside, very big flower. Look like a shehnai, long tubular plant, which is used to treat the mumps, which is used to treat the mumps. Keppattraya bartadalla, adake treat madlikke ee gidana use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ dhatura, which you can see on the roadsides, and produces a corona like this fruit will be seen like this. So these are the three different genus comes under the family, which comes under the family Solanaceae, which comes under the family Solanaceae. Here the Petunia, Solanum, Dhatura are three different types of genus which group together under a common family, that is Solanaceae. And here the Panthera is a genus of big cats like tiger, lion and cheetah, that is leopard. But the cat also having a genus called Felis. Felis is a genus of cat, and Canis is a genus of dogs. Here the Felis genus is a cat, genus of cat, which comes under the common family, that is Felidae, which comes under these two are two different genus, which this includes the cat and this include the big cats like tiger, lion and leopard. These are the big cats which comes under the family Felidae, and Canis dog, that is fox, and your wolf, dogs, which are comes under the family Canidae, which comes under the family. So these are the families, a group of genus which forms a higher category, that we'll call it as a family. So here as the category increases, the level of the category goes on increases, the similarity between the organism that decreases. Remember, as the category, if we go for higher category, if we see the characters between the two organisms, that similarity will decreases. You can see most of the dissimilarity organisms. So here, if you consider these genus, the similarities is more, only slight difference is resulted in the ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜೀನಸಿಗೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಈ ಸಿಮಿಲಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಅಪ್ ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ they give general characters. If you consider a plant, ಈಗ ಸೊಲನೇಸಿಯ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಅದರ ಲೀಫ್ ಸಮ್ವಾಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಜನರಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೊಲನೇಸಿ. ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಜೀನಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಸಿಮಿಲಾರಿಟಿ is also more. And next you go for species level, the similarities is still more, only the slight, I have told, slight variation in the fruit, slight variation in the color of flower resulted in the differentiation of the species. So in family level, the dissimilarities between the organism is more. The similarity or comparative character will decreases, and the dissimilarities or the uncomparative character will be more. And next level is order. Group of families which form, or the assemblage of family forms a next category, we'll call it as order. The group of family which form a next category, or the assemblage of family form a next category, we'll call it as order. Here Solanaceae is a family of these three genus, and also one more family you can see, Convolvulaceae, which is another family. Here for this Convolvulaceae, roadside alli matte beach side alli you can see the purple tubular flower, you can see very attractive flower, that comes under the Convolvulaceae family. So these two family comes under the common order, that is okay. Next, the family Solanaceae and Convolvulaceae, which comes under the order Polymoniales, which is a order of the family Solanaceae and Convolvulaceae. This different family will group together the similar character having the family which is grouped under the order called Polymoniales, and the Felidae and Canidae, which comes under the common order, that is Carnivora, which is a order. The group of these two family Felidae and Canidae, which comes under the order Carnivora. And here the Solanaceae and Convolvulaceae, which is example plant example, which comes under the family Polymoniales, and this is an example for animal that which comes under the order Carnivora. So the group of family which forms a next category or next level of category, that we'll call it as a order. Okay, next order comes the class. Next order comes the class. Here the group of orders which having a common character will formed or will grouped into another category, will call it as class. A group of order containing a similar character will comes under a common class. If you take polynomials, which is order, and one more next in carnivora, the one more, that is primata, which contains gorilla, monkey, which contains gorilla, which comes a monkey, gibbon. These gibbon, gorilla, monkey will comes under the order primata, and these gibbon is nothing but a black faced monkey. Gorilla you know, and monkey you know, commonly seen in our place, and gorilla we can see in zoo, and gibbon we can see here also in some places, black faced monkey with a cream colored body, cream colored fur. That type of monkey we'll call it as gibbon, which comes under the order primates, and these two order will come under the next level, that is class. That is the next group of these order forms the next level called class, which comes under Mammalia, which comes under the class Mammalia. We can see different classes, right? Reptiles, aves, pisces, these are the different classes we can see in animals. And in plants we can see different plants like angiosperms, then angiosperms, gymnosperms. These are the division class. We can give dicotyledonnae and monocotyledonnae. These two are comes under the class dicotyledonnae. This is the order. These Solanaceae and Convolvulaceae, which having the seeds having a 2 cotyledons, so they comes under the next class dicotyledonnae. Here the example, these monocot plants, the next class we can see is dicotyledonnae, that contains all the grasses, which contains the order containing a single cotyledons. So we can see two different types in a plant system. We can see two different or the many different classes. For example, dicotyledonnae, monocotyledonnae, these are the examples of class in plants. For in animals, carnivora, primates are the orders which comes under the next level class, that is Mammalia, and also all the birds, the order birds which comes under the class aves, and all the snakes and lizards which comes under reptiles, and all the frogs, amphibious animals which comes under amphibia, and one more important, that is fishes, all the fishes, aquatic animals which comes under the class Pisces. Okay, that you are going to study in plant animal kingdom. Okay, next comes under group of class which is having a similar features, which comes under a division or the phylum. In case of animals we can call it as a phylum. In case of plant we will call it as a division. The next level of category or the next taxa or the next taxon is called as phylum, a group of class which comes under a common category. We'll call it as a phylum or division. So these dicotyledons and monocotyledons which comes under the common division, that is angiospermy. Here all the flowering plants which comes under the division angiospermy, all the non-flowering plants but producing seeds which comes under the division gymnospermy. Gymnospermy andre plants, they are look like a normal plants but they won't flower, they give only seeds, naked seeds without the fruit wall, that you are going to study in next class, that is plant kingdom kalivaga kalitiri. So that are all comes under the division angiospermy. So group of classes forms a common category, that will call it as a phylum or division. In animals we can divide this mammalia which comes under chordata. Which comes under the phylum chordata. All the organism, these organism, that is fish, amphibians, reptiles, aves and mammals, which contains mammalia, which contains a notochord and dorsal nervous system. They contain notochord, and dorsal nervous system. All these order, that is all these orders which contain, all these classes which contains notochord and dorsal nervous system, which grouped into a common phylum, we'll call it as a chordata. Here notochord means the skeletal rod shaped structure which support the body. Skeletal rod like structure which support the body, and dorsal nervous system, that is nervous system present on the dorsal side. Here also we can see our nervous system. This is dorsal side and this is ventral side. So on the dorsal side we can see the passing of nervous system. Even in fish you can see, if you consider, this is a structure of fish. Here you can see the passing of nervous system, right? This is here it contains brain, and you can see the dorsal nervous system. So the nervous system and backbone, that is notochord, is a very important feature of chordata. And one more phylum you can see, non-chordates, okay, and cartilaginous, that are all comes, and non-chordates and chordates are the two main phylum. Example for phylum, here all the higher animals from fishes till mammalia which comes under the common phylum, that is chordata, and all the orders, or the dicotyledon, monocotyledon, all the angiosperm, gymnosperm, bryophytes and bryophytes. Okay, here in division, in plants the division may be in the form of bryophytes and pteridophytes, gymnosperm and angiosperm. These are the four main division in plants. Plants alli four main division irtade: bryophytes, then algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes. 5 divisions irtade: algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. These are the 5 divisions in plants. Under that all the orders, all the phylum, all the class, all the orders, all family, all genus, all species come under the different divisions based on their character. So as we go up, the similar characters will not be there. So general, we are classified based on the general characters, general character we are classifying. As we go downwards, we can see most common characters. Next, a group of division or the phylum forms a kingdom system. A group of phylum or the division form a next level of category, or the assemblage of phylum and division forms the next level of division. We'll call it as a kingdom system. So kingdom system, there are in earlier days only two Linnaeus classified only two kingdom system, that is kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia. These are the two different kingdoms classified in earlier days. Now we can say they were different: kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, Mycota, or kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. These are the 5 different kingdom system. Now we are going to at present we are studying. Earlier days, the Carolus Linnaeus, who started the taxonomy, who divided the organism into 2 kingdoms, that is Plantae and Animalia. All the organism will come under these 2 kingdom system in earlier days. Present we are classified into 5 different kingdoms, that is kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Mycota or fungi group, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. These are the 5 kingdom system we are going to study at present. At present, in next chapter you are going to study about this. These are the different levels of categories which is useful for the taxonomic study. Taxonomic study ge bekadanta different categories ಅಥವಾ ವಿವಿಧ ಗುಂಪುಗಳು. So here we have written in the ascending order. So here the categories are written in ascending order till kingdom. Species to kingdom bardre, that is a ascending order where the number of the organism goes on increasing. If you consider the species, the number is less. Solanum under baruva species may be 10 to 20 irbodu. So but the genus, the group of genus may be more. So as you go family, the number of individuals will be more in family, because it contains many family under yaudella division bartade. So in this category you will see many families. So many families means many individuals. So as we go up, the number of the organism and the number of the dissimilarities goes on increases. In order on the basis of number of organism, we can see this in ascending order. Kingdom system consider ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ animal ಅಂಡರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು animals ಬರ್ತದೆ. So all these grouped into a common kingdom. So next level phylum. So there is a differentiation. So they different animals are grouped into different phylum. Class ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ further classification ಇರ್ತದೆ. Order ಅಂದ್ರೆ further orders ಇರ್ತದೆ. So family ಅಂದ್ರೆ further families ಇರ್ತದೆ. Genus also, many genus will be there under the common kingdom, and also species, many species will be there under a common kingdom. So these are written in the ascending order. If you compare the similarities, these similarities between the organism goes on decreasing as you go up, that is from species to kingdom. The similarities in the organism goes on decreasing. ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ ನಡುವೆ ಇರುವ ಸಿಮಿಲಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 2 ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾಂಥರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಂಥರ್, ಟೈಗರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಾಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೇಮ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ದ ಡಿಸಿಮಿಲಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಗೊರಿಲ್ಲಾ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಿಶ್, the dissimilarities is more. So as you go from species to kingdom level, the dissimilarities increases. As you come ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಇಂದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಡಿಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೆ ದ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹಿಯರ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ದ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋದರೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ will be decreasing. So here mainly the classification is very important to study the diversity of the living organism, diversity of the place ಅಥವಾ diversity nation ಇದು ಅಥವಾ all over the world. If you want to study the diversity, you have to classify the plants. Diversity ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ we have to know the classification. So taxonomic study which have a basic process, which have a very important basic process, that is first characterization. Taxonomic study ಗೆ first characterization ಬೇಕು. Means we have to write the characters of plants first. Plant ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ we have to know the characters of plants. And if you consider animal consider ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ you have to know the characters of animals. Okay, first characterization ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Next identification. So based on this characteristic you have to identify the particular organism. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ? ಬೈ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಏನು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬೇಕು? ರೂಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಸ್ಟೆಮ್, ಲೀವ್ಸ್, ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಫೊಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. And later comes the shape of the flowers, that for the classification of plant. So here for knowing the organism, first we have to identify. The identification is always based on the characterization. Animal ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 4 legs ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇಯರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ನೋಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಐಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಮೌತ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಅನಿಮಲ್. ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿನಾ ನೋಡಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ್ಯಂಟಿನಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 3 paired ಜಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಲೆಗ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ third process is classification. ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಆಯಿತು ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರೈಸೇಷನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಗ್ರೂಪಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ? ಐದರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್, ಅನಿಮಲ, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ಆದರೆ ಯಾವ ಫೈಲಮಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವ ಡಿವಿಷನಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ಡಿವಿಷನ್, ವಿಚ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್. Next level is class, which class it comes. After class, which order ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. Next family, which family. Next genus and next species. So this is a classification. Next you have to classify. Next process is classification, and last process is after you identify the following family, till family you have to name, you should name the particular organism. That we'll call it as nomenclature. ಇಷ್ಟು ಫೌಂಡ್ ಔಟ್, ಟಿಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ವರೆಗೆ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ ಯು go for genus level and next species level. And this genus and species level, giving a name to a plant, we'll call it as a nomenclature. So by the classification process we can name a particular organism anna ನಾವು ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So these are the important stepwise process for the taxonomy. Taxonomy is nothing but the study of organism, naming, classification, identification and nomenclature of a organism, collectively called as a taxonomy. It is a branch of biology which deals with the study of characterization, identification, classification and nomenclature. This collectively forms a branch called taxonomy. Understood? Till here you understood? Next we will go for the next level, that is how we have to study the taxonomy. ಹೇಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? we don't know any source, right? Without any information, how we have to identify? It is impossible. So for the identification process, we need taxonomic aids. We need a taxonomic aids. That is very important. Here the taxonomic aid is the classification is very important. Why the classification is important, or the naming of the organism, identification of the organism is very important, because almost all the plants and animals are useful for human beings, right? All the plants and animals are useful for human beings. So based on the, it may be used for agricultural purpose, next for industries, forestry, next for conservation. So we have to identify different types of the organism and we have to conserve that. For conservation ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇದು ಅಥವಾ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಇದು ನಂಬರ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, they goes on declining, their appearance goes on declining, at that time we need to conserve. So for that we need to identify the organism. For forestry to make a rich biodiversity. ಈಗ ನಾವು ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಾಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, we are in the western ghats, which is very rich in biodiversity. You have seen in geography, there are eastern ghats and western ghats, Himalayan regions. These are the rich biodiversity area. Especially these western ghats are very rich in biodiversity. So we are very lucky to be here in this area. So we can see various type, whatever the example will be given in the chapter or the biology chapter, we can see that type of plant in our surrounding or the animal in our surrounding. So we are so lucky to be in a western ghats. So if you go in a biology field further, you can study about the different types of organism. You can study the taxonomy. You can name a species with your name. Okay, species level varege, genus level varege, we have to follow the binomial nomenclature. For the species name, you can give your name, your state name, your nation name, whatever. So taxonomy study ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದಿದ್ರೆ, you can study the taxonomy, you can identify a species and you can give your favorite names to the species. For example, Hevea brasiliensis ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಇದ್ದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ಅದು ಬ್ರೆಜಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಆರ್ ದ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬ್ರೆಜಿಲ್. ಸೊ he named the species by his national name. Even the indica refers to this is originated or the studied in India. So that the species is given with the name indica. So by this process you can study the taxonomy and you can give your favorite. While you are going to study, you can give your name. So these are the important features, important process, taxonomic. Why taxonomy should be studied? For the agricultural purpose, for industrial purpose, for forestry, for conservation, and also for domestic. So all the animals will not be domesticated or reared in house. Only dog, cat ಮಾತ್ರ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾರೆ? Because the other animals may be wild. So ಹೇಗೆ ಅದು wild ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? By the classification. ಹೇಗೆ ಟೈಗರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ wild ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ? By the characters, by their character, how they behave, how their morphological condition will be there. Based on that, they differentiated. So for that we have to need a classification for agricultural purpose. All the plants will not be identified, right? All the plant will not used for agriculture purpose. Only few plants are used. So for that we need to classify. Rice rich with the nutrition. So we are using in agricultural purpose. Same way, that is very important. Next, industrial purpose. Few plants are algae are useful in industrial purpose. So for that we need to classify which type of plant, which type of algae is that, what is it contains, what is the characteristic. All this comes under the morphological character will come under these which is very important for taxonomic study, and conservation is also very important process. Okay, these are the importance of studying the taxonomy. And what are the taxonomic aids? Or the aids is nothing but the important material to study. What are the important procedure, important information aids, or the anything which help us. aid ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ನಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದದ್ದ ಅಂತಹ ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಸಪೋರ್ಟನ್ನು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಏಡ್ಸ್. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೋನಮಿಕ್ ಏಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದ materials which is useful for the taxonomic study, will call it as taxonomic aids. Here the common taxonomic aids are herbarium. So here commonly we are using for taxonomic study herbarium. I'll explain what is herbarium. Next, botanical park or zoological park. But botanical park contain all plants, all the type of gymnosperm and angiospermic plants which are cultivated or preserved in a particular area, that will call it as botanical park. And zoological park, for example zoo, conservative areas are the example for zoological park. Next, museums. This is also very important. Museums, we can see in botanical museums you can see the different kinds of plants, fruits, the flowers which are very important. Barks, if you consider a tree, you can see the bark and their arrangement, how they look, their color, that can be demonstrated in museums. They can be displayed. And also in zoological or animal, their outer skin, their structure, and if you consider insect, the different kinds of butterflies, they are dried and displayed in museums. And next, fifth one is keys. These are the different aids of the taxonomic study, which are these are the different aids for taxonomic study. So we are going to study these in next class. So before that we study a few organism with their
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.